Hello, hello, Nasty. Um, just wanted to jump on and just chat briefly. And basically, I was inspired to chat about this, which is kind of extending what I've been talking about, much more about the immune system. It's a bit more broad than the immune system. But I was watching a program. If you need to have that. I was watching a program, and I think it was called Diagnosis Detectives or something along those lines. And there were people who had mystery illnesses. They'd had them for like years, sometimes decades. And thank you, Lee. And they'd been to all sorts of doctors and different therapists and specialists and whatever, been around the houses trying to find what's wrong with me, how can I fix it, how can it be fixed. And it just occurred to me, and this is in no way a criticism to the wonderful, wonderful medical profession, people involved who really, really at the bottom of their heart have so much compassion and love and want to heal people. But I can't remember what I was going to say now. The medical model there. If I wanted to go and study, in a kind of establishment, institution, like a university, a college, something that's government run, in this country or it would be anywhere in the West, and I want to study the science of healthy living, health and well-being, as opposed to just medicine, which almost implies, here's your pill, go take your pill, as opposed to how can I make you healthy within. I couldn't do that. I'd have to pay lots of money and become a holistic practitioner, what you might call an alternative therapist. I like to use the word complementary therapy. But, it wouldn't be possible to do that. We have medicine, we have something that, and I don't want to get into the cynical, the conspiracy theories and use words like New World Order and things like that. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it positive. I want to keep it about this is what you have, this is how you can control it, and this is how you can heal yourself. So, the whys and wherefores of how we got here is not something I want to get into. But I just want to say that if you want to talk about an Indian doctor practicing Ayurveda, the word Ayurveda means, like Ayus means life, like bios, and Veda, like logos, is science, logic. So you've just got biology, but the word Ayur, as opposed to Ayus, is the science of healthy life. Why can't we have that? I want that. I want to have the science of healthy life, not somebody giving out tablets that knock your system out of kilter, and you get a tablet for this thing and it knocks that thing out, so you get a tablet for that, and then before you know it, you're rattling when you walk. So as I say, big respect to medical people who have their intent, the purest of intent. But I just want to point out, it never always used to be like this. What we had, maybe, I don't know, 150 years ago, I don't know, but at some point during the 19th century, what we had was much, much more akin to what is now happening in Chinese and Indian, the sort of Eastern medicine, if you want to call it that. What we had was much more in line. We had a thing called humorism, not laughter medicine, humor meaning the HUMOR meaning the fluids, liquids. So there was 4 fluids: the black bile, yellow bile, blood and phlegm. And you had 4 sort of basic temperamental types. So a person's stature, you can see different body types, complexion, colouring in the skin and the hair, even the way of communicating, somebody's mental predisposition, the whole sort of nature is predisposed to a certain maybe one or two mixed of these types, or you could be completely balanced between the four, amongst the four, or just have, one really missing. But basically, you were treated as an individual with not a symptom. The symptom wouldn't drive the diagnosis. It would be more categorizing the types of illnesses that people would be predisposed to. So if you are a choleric person, that's further linked to the fire element, and you might be prone to outbursts of anger and rage, and have a very ruddy complexion, and you might be prone to inflammatory disease, and so on and so forth. And in Ayurveda, there's like three doshas, the three forces, if you like. But really, and what I saw for this program was a lot of it was inflammatory disease. So you're either going to have one of the inflammatory disease types, or you might have something that's more about congestion, and if you're having things in the chest and the breathing, fluid getting congested, sinusy problems, that is mucus, that's the phlegmatic type. That's so it's really two kind of things that can go wrong, and they, if you're quite hyperactive all the time moving around, that would be known as the guna of the Rajasic temperament or mindset, which might lead to these, inflammatory illnesses. And then, or if you could be what's called tamasic, you're kind of inflammatory, very difficult to get moving, and then you might end up, being more predisposed to these kapha type disorders with the mucus. So I'm not going to go into loads of detail. I just wanted to bring this to you, just really so that you can feel a bit more empowered and a bit more like, all the stuff that's going on in the world, and we can get into these conspiracy theories. But yeah, let's just put this out there. Just if you're thinking that we should talk about, doctors really want us to, the whole medical establishment and the big pharma, of course they want us to be healthy. Of course they're trying to make us well. These scientists are wonderful people. My niece is one. They are wonderful people, but they kind of, we have the framework that we were brought up in, the society and the establishment. But I want to put this out there. Who invented chewing gum with sugar in it? Something that you put in your mouth and you chew for a long time that has sugar in it. I'll tell you the answer. The dentist. That just tells you everything. Say there's like 1,000 dentists and they're all wonderful. They all just think, oh, I wish everybody's teeth really nice. I just want to do the best for everybody. And this one rogue guy comes along and says, I know how to get business. They dole out loads of sugar and keep it in their mouth for ages. Everybody's going to get wind of that. This guy's pulling a flanker. Oh, wait a minute. Let me in on that. And then, it's easy to have that snowball effect till it becomes the norm, till it's actually weird to be able to, phone up a company and get something fixed that is broken, that shouldn't be. That almost becomes like, wow, how did that happen? That shouldn't be. Anyway, I'm not going to go on and on and on and rant. I'm going to do just, been saving this one to the last. I'm going to do a throat clear. And I'll come back to these concepts. We'll bring it in. It comes in with astrology, comes into it. Bring it in over the coming weeks. But I just wanted to leave you with, a little food for thought. So we're going to do the throat clears. Can be a bit weird, okay? And if you've got dogs and it's the first time they've seen you do this, they might be a bit disconcerted. But I'm going to demonstrate, and then I'm going to talk you through what I'm doing, okay? I'm just going to inhale, get yourself comfortable, and as you exhale, just make this weird kind of roaring whisper sound, okay? And turn your head to the right. Okay, so what I did was kind of like And really stretching around the jaw. This is going to release tension in the jaw. The throat's going to get congestion out of the throat. Very apt for COVID. So I'll turn to the side and show you how it looks like. Inhale and as you inhale, again keeping the theme of the whisper, it's like a very gentle, quiet whispering inhale as you close your mouth. Okay, so it's going to be like turning your head back to the centre, and then you go to the left. So demonstrate again, join in when you can, just maybe do 5 to each side. Okay, and just if you need to, it's a little stretch. We're going to do part 2 of this. You take a few breaths, get your breath back. If you need a drink of water, go get one, that's fine. The second part of this, basically the noises and what we do with the mouth and making the shapes is all the same. The only thing we do is we exhale, we're making a figure of 8. It's like an infinity sign. An 8 on its side. So we drop the chin and we start the exhale. And as we're exhaling, we're moving the neck round in a circle. So we're exhaling all the way around and round and round till we're looking up, and we're inhaling, we're drawing the chin down the centre. And we're exhaling around and we're inhaling down. So we're making that weird noise at the same time. So you don't have to be cross-legged, just be comfortable. You're on a chair if you want. Make sure you've got the support you need. So let's do part 2. Deep breath in, and drop the chin and go. Keep going, and what I should have probably said is don't try and keep the exact same time as me. Go with your breath. Make sure you inhale fully, exhale fully. Take as much time as you need to do that as you're moving around. and release. So the throat chakra is the purification channel, if you like. And you've got your thyroid around here, that's part of the immune system as well. Let me just check. Right, okay. So I want to do a meditation. So meditation is so difficult. Just to sit there and not have your mind invaded by a million thoughts is pretty much the whole human dilemma. So for me, this is easy. And my mind does go all over the shop. I will confess that's my natural predisposition, but obviously I have worked on that. So no, that's not what I want to do. I want to just talk with you. These are kriyas. These kriyas that I'm teaching you didn't come from a lineage from a Dr. Pillai, who was the director of the Institute of Yoga Culture in Trivandrum, taught to me by the Scottish School of Yoga Therapy down in the Borders, and by the lovely Sue Quinn, and while I was doing my yoga therapy training. And this meditation, it kind of purifies the body on a pranic level, if you like. So I'll talk over the coming weeks. I'll be talking about the koshas, the different sheaths, the physical body, the physical sheath, the gross body, the Annamaya kosha, the Pranamaya kosha is the subtle body, more the physiology, what's moving around the body. And this is the level that we're at with this meditation. So it's a pranayama meditation. All you're going to do is you're going to close your eyes if that's comfortable, and starting with your attention at the third eye. The inhale, you will move your attention and your awareness down your left side. So I don't think I'm really, I don't know how you're saying this, but this is my left side. We inhale and we take the attention just curving out from the center line, maybe 5 or 6 inches. So our attention is moving as we inhale and count to 5, moving the attention down my fingers right down to the root chakra, the base of the perineum. And that's the inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5 up the other side, up the right side, again out from the second upper. I'm just going to do this for maybe 5 minutes. I shouldn't have told you that because that might sound daunting. Should have just said close your eyes and start. So anytime you're ready, I'm going to put a stopwatch on. Timer. Over that. So just when you're ready, get comfortable. You can be in a chair, whatever you need. Try and sit upright. Close the eyes and begin. Take attention to the third eye between the eyebrows and inhale 2, 3, 4, 5 down to the perineum. Exhale the attention and the energy up the right side, 5 or 6 inches from the center. Keep moving here. Okay, guys, well done. Thank you. Slowly, slowly start to deepen the breath. Start to move fingers, toes. Stretching out. Bring your awareness back externally. And I'm going to leave you there. Actually, I have an appointment in 5 minutes. I'm going to be back this evening. This is Friday, 5 p.m. in UK time, so we're on British Summer Time just now. We'll just be doing some more physical yoga. A bit more what you would do if you went to a yoga class or a gym. Just maybe with the body a bit more challenging, maybe, if you want to make it so. But if you found this amusing, interesting, or whatever, or you just love my dogs, give me any thumbs up, share the videos, subscribe to the channel, and just really want. I see people suffering, and I just think, gosh, yoga is the answer to so much of this. It could just help so much, so many people, and it's not about being able to touch your toes. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Om Shanti. Bye.